Hello and welcome to another organised play video from Cheap Thrills on the Isle of Wight. This is round 2, game 2, Colin versus Simon in our Android Netrunner tournament. Legal sets up to data in Destiny, taking place in late December 2015. In the first round we saw Simon's Gagarin beat out Colin's Adam, who just couldn't make any money against all those assets. Now Colin's playing Tennin Institute, which gains 1 advancement counter on a card for every turn where the runner does make a successful run. And Simon playing an Iain Stirling Connections deck, which he's been playing for a little while now. So click 1, ice up for Tennin. Ice over R&D and then takes a credit. Okay, let's pass the turn to Simon. So Simon's playing a drug dealer film critics, I believe, in here. Okay, he's going to run R&D. Click 1. Kaminu, always Kaminu. No, he lets him in. Okay, 0 to trash. And can't see what it is. Note to self, better camera placement, better placement of players for future games. Click 2's R&D again, and that goes back on top. Clicks 3 is a hostage, and he's going to go searching for a drug dealer, I imagine. Yeah, there's a drug dealer. So when your turn begins, lose a credit, but when the corporation's turn begins, draw 1 card. So it slowly bleeds your money, but it keeps drawing through your deck and getting you to the cards you want. So Colin's click 1 hedge fund. Click 2 draw. And click 3, just icing a new remote there. So Simon loses the credit at the start of his turn for the drug dealer. Colin up to 10 creds now, so more likely to res that ice and R&D, so Simon might not be as keen to poke at that now. And he's still going for it. Click 1 R&D. Lets him in again, and it goes straight back down, and nobody knows what it is. Click 2 draw. There's an easy mark, and not a card you see played too often anymore. 3 credits for 0, not too bad. And click 4 is a data dealer. And he makes the draw at the start of Colin's turn via the drug dealer. Colin's click 1 draw. And click 2, click 3, celebrity gift. So we're going to see Colin's hand, he's going to make a ton of money. So it's Project Junebug, a Trick of Light, 1 snare, unorthodox predictions, and a Nisei. So Simon wouldn't mind either of those 2 agendas, not so keen on hitting the snare though. Especially with Colin now sat on 17 credits. So start Simon's turn, he will lose 1 for the drug dealer. There's a bank job installed. Test Colin's resolve on that remote. Runs it. Does Colin want to res the ice? Does he want to deny Simon these credits? Yeah, he is going to. There's a Lotus Field, and that bounces Simon. Not always ideal to pay money to protect no cards, but if it stops Simon getting credits and it gets that Lotus Field up, although it possibly signals Simon looking for a code gate breaker. So Simon's click 3. Thinking hard on what he's going to do right now. Three falls a hostage. Is that going to be a second drug dealer? Triumph contact. This will bring up an interesting game state later on, which you'll see. But for the moment, that's a way of Simon gets some money. So there's no successful runs on the last turn, so Colin gets to put an advancement token on any card. It's going to go on that code gate. He's going to have to trick or light those around to score out really simply. So he makes his mandatory draw. A brave man could throw the Nisei down into that server now. He's installed something. If he advances it, it's a Nisei. Yeah, click 2 advance, that's got to be the Nisei. And then he's going to credit up for click 3. Any time Jinteki Corp manages to get a Nisei scored and with that counter on it, that's not good for the run, especially not great with Colin's abilities. He can really make it hard for Simon to stop him getting those free advancement counters. So Simon technically loses money start with his turn for the drug dealer, but he has no money right now, so that's not a problem. Click 1 draw. No, he's thinking about this. 2, 3, 4 credits. It's only going to see him lose 2 at the start of his next turn. Okay, 2, 3 credits. 4 is a gang sign. Oh, sorry, that's click 3 actually, I believe. So he has got one more click to spend that remaining credit. He's obviously got something in mind. Runs archives. Okay. So Colin now. He's got his mandatory draw. Is he going to score out that Nisei? Or is it a June bug and he's just a really cheeky bluffer? Colin's not sure what he's doing, so presumably that isn't the Nisei, unless we know he had unorthodox predictions. That might be the Nisei, and he's just drawn another agenda and doesn't want that gang signs to fire. Gang sign really does change the way the court wants to play a lot of the time. It becomes risky to score out with other agendas in hand. Colin's really not sure what he's doing now, so is it an agenda, is it not? He looks like he's going to score out. He's counting some credits. 1 and 2 advance. Okay, that's actually... Camera skipped them. That was the unorthodox predictions. 3-1. Now this... Yeah. Interesting play coming up here. So, gang sign fires. Simon accesses the snare. Colin is going to pay for that. That's 3 net damage. And it does leave Simon tagged. Leaves Simon tagged with 2 cards in hand. Now Colin can, with his final click, trash the Triumph contact and deal meat damage to Simon, which will kill him. But, as is easy to do at times in that run, Colin doesn't quite realise that's on the table and misses it. Trash the try math, Colin. Trash the try math, Colin. Trash the try math, Colin. He trashes the gang sign. Easily done. I think we've all forgot these sorts of triggers at times. So start Simon's turn. He loses 2 credits. Yeah, loses 2 credits from drug dealer. Gains 2 credits from his ID ability because he's behind on agenda points now. Draw a card. Simon is probably quite aware that he's just stared death, literally in the mouth of that snare, and managed to get by. Probably doesn't want to carry on with that risk. So click 2's draw. Is he going to clear that tag? Yeah, click 3, try master credits. Click 4 removes the tag. Colin gets an advancement counter on a card and makes his mandatory draw. So click 1, click 2, celebrity gift. What's in the hand this time? It's a June bug, trick of light, 1 Lotus field, and Nisei Mark II. And then click 3 is going to install something in that server, presumably the Nisei. So Simon loses some drug dealer money, makes some money for being behind on the agenda points. Now he is drawing two cards at every start of Colin's turn, so he's seeing a lot of his deck. So he's got options in his hand. Really would like those bank job credits, I imagine. Okay, so click 1's a full guy. That's going to help prevent that tri-math situation happening again. Click 2 is another drug dealer. Click 3, easy mark, sorry. And then he just credits up. So no successful runs. Colin gets to put that advancement counter down. I think we're going to see the Nisei scored now. You can trick him like that. Yeah. Click 1, 2, 3. Advance a Nisei. Score it with a counter on. It's never nice as a runner to go up against a Jinteki with a scored Nisei, because now those turns where you desperately click for credits or the resources you need to get in, you no longer can because you need to run twice. So Colin now on 3 agenda points. Simon gaining 2 credits again at the start of his turn, losing 2 for drug dealers. Makes a draw. He's got loads of cards to work with. He really needs to find a code gate break. I think he's running Peacock. He installs a tri-math, uses tri-math to gain 2, uses the other tri-math to gain another 2. Colin gets the advance, which he's going to put on the card in front of R&D. Colin's click 1 install. Is he going to advance that? He's playing with counters. Click 2 advance. Click 3 take a credit. Pressure's really on. Simon needs to get a code gate breaker and get to that now. Getting a code gate breaker and running twice this turn, not going to be easy. So click 1's film critic, click 2 is film critic, click 3 running R&D, was that? Colin's just decided he's going to res that R&D ice. No res. And it goes back. Simon's click 4. Yeah, so he's giving up on trying to get that agenda. That's probably going to put Colin on 5. This is going to put Simon in a really hard place now. Gets his 2 drug dealer cards. Colin was mandatory draw. Colin's going to 1 advance, 2 advance. Scoring the brain trust. That puts him on 5. Is this going to be a click 3 install and go for the win next turn? Has he got a 3-2 in hand? No, he's just taking credits for click 3. Yeah, it takes the credit for click 3. He can even trick a light a 3-2 out actually if he's got the cards in hand now. It's on game point. Simon's still on 0. Really not ideal. There's the peacock. Probably too late, sadly. There's HQ interface. Simon was probably thinking the same as we are. Calling in contacts for a ton of money. Run on HQ. And then it's going to get Nisa'd. Is it going to get Nisa'd? Are the cards in there that Colin needs? Colin asks if it's your last click. Simon says yes. He spends an Nisa'd counter. So, 3 advancement counter for Colin. He draws a card. And we're going to see install double Trick of Light? Install. Yeah, Trick of Light. And that's going to be game. Simon never really got going there, sadly. Colin, as soon as he got the Lotus Field out, Simon just pointing out there the Trimath chance to kill him, which Colin missed. It happens, but he won the game. That's all that matters. So both players there taking 2 points, splitting that round. Not a bad result for either player. We'll be back soon with the next round.